Hey everyone, our new technique for making countertops look like this makes it a breeze. And remember, when you're using the best resin on the market, stuff like this happens naturally. So sit back and enjoy the video. Okay, first things first, prime your counters, let it set up, and then we do our tape. That's gonna create the barrier from the epoxy flowing over. And we've also added our paint sticks for some reinforcement. That way, if it does get a little thick in spots, it's not gonna push that tape over. Already got our resin mix. I'm gonna do the clear coat first. That way, we don't have any surface tension when we do our dirty pour. So I have my clear product here. We're just gonna pour a bead down the middle, just like we do on our base coats on our counter kits. Okay, so we pre-mixed our clear resin and then we poured out our colors. A lot easier than trying to measure out the exact amounts for each one, mix up your hardener in it, all that stuff. So pre-measure your clear, mix the hardener in with that, and then we dump into all these containers. Now what I'm gonna do, we get cooler effects if we do smaller dirty pours instead of large amounts. So we're gonna do small dirty pours. We're gonna pour each color in, maybe about, I don't know, 32 to 48 ounces of product. Then we'll go dump it out and we'll come back and pour some more in here. So we're gonna start out, again, different amounts of each color. Okay, so we're about at 48 ounces, so we'll stop there. We'll go pour this out and then we'll come and just repeat this process. So we're just gonna do a lot of different shapes and patterns and stuff, and we'll just keep re-pouring the dirty pours until everything fills in.
Hey guys, we wanted to stop for a second to remind you, subscribe to our channel, click that bell button so you get notified every time we post a new project. Now back to the video.
All right, so I want to get a little more orange out here. So I'm going to take orange and maybe a blue and just do a smaller dirty pour with those two colors, and I'll show you guys how to do that. So I'm going to take our orange and just pour that in there, and maybe we'll do our deep blue. So we'll do these two. And I'm gonna go through and just do really skinny veins of these colors. So I'll just kind of follow the pattern. And then we'll go get some more. Maybe we'll do a little black in this one. And I'm using a smaller container, that way I can get more precise with where I pour it out at. All right, so one thing to keep in mind, if you guys are using metallic spray paints, they dry really quick and they get a crusty film over the surface. So if you're gonna be doing that and you don't want, like you can see it kind of crusts out, which is gonna give us a cool effect. I'm gonna show you what to do. But if you don't want that, don't use a metallic spray paint and it won't crust over like that. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna run my hands and start chopping this up a little bit, just kind of randomly throughout the counter. And then we're gonna spray this with a dispersing, and it's gonna give us a really cool effect. All right, so now we're gonna take our isopropyl spray and we're gonna spritz it with our isopropyl, and it's gonna create some really unique effects on here. But notice, guys, we don't have to torch our resin. I wanna make you guys aware of that. Our products are proprietary, they're not white labeled, and you never have to torch our resin to pop bubbles. It just lays out like glass smooth, and this is an absolute beautiful piece. And you can see the veins that I came back and poured, just following kind of the design that we had out there. It's really amazing. Did you know our epoxy doesn't require torching? That's right, it has proprietary additives that allow the bubbles to rise to the surface and pop all on their own. Enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, so it's been about a half an hour. We're gonna test pulling the tape. We don't wanna pull it too early and have our design get screwed up because it flows over too easily. We wanna pull it at the right time. If you wind up waiting too long, the resin's not gonna wanna flow, and you're gonna really have to paint in your edges and kind of babysit those edges. So we're gonna do a test spot right now. We're gonna pull off this corner, and we're just gonna see how it flows over. If it starts running really fast, which it's not, see how it's going really, really slow? So we're gonna wind up pulling all this tape right now. you're doing a glaze coat or flood coats, always use a foam roller, a squeegee. You never want to use a nap roller that's going to de-shed or that's going to shed hairs, has a possibility of shedding hairs. Because that's the last thing you want, is to do a nice flood coat and you have all these hairs sticking out and you got to redo it. So foam roller, squeegee, those are probably the two best methods. So I'm gonna pour this out in a bead down the middle, just like we kind of show you guys how to do all our base coats and epoxies. Really easy to apply it. And you guys will see how nice this resin is. You don't have to torch it. 7 days fully cured. It's a proprietary product, so you can't get it anywhere else. It's not white labeled. A lot of benefits with our product. So here we go. We're gonna start our flood coat. Okay, so now we're gonna take our roller and we're just gonna cross roll the bead. All right, so we got a good coat everywhere. Now we can start doing our edges. Check it out, guys. This is why our resin is the best in the world and why everybody loves using it. If you guys are using a product where you gotta do multiple things as you're applying it, you're using the wrong system. Get Leggari products. Super simple to apply. You don't have to torch it to pop bubbles. As you can see, we just applied this with a roller, a foam roller. There's not one bubble in it. We haven't sprayed it with anything. It's glass smooth. We didn't use a notch squeegee to apply it, to move it around. It's self-leveled like crazy. There's 0 VOCs, only 7 days to fully cure compared to 30. A lot of other products on the market take 30 days to fully cure. A lot of benefits, guys. Get your products today. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button, comment below, let us know what you thought, and remember, Leggari.com has you covered.